Are you one of the millions of Americans that got up in the middle of the night to grab a cold, refreshing bottle of water? And then, you looked at your phone, checked a little socials. Maybe you wanted to see a little meme that'll make you laugh as insomnia was kicking your ass, right? But instead, you see, oh, your country has decided to bomb Iran. You're one of them? Okay, no problem. I am too. Oh, welcome. Let's have a dialogue. Now, I feel no pity for you, and you should feel no pity for me because, thanks to the American Empire, most of us can watch, I guess, a war break out and still go along with our days. Go grab some Starbucks because thanks to the ocean and the American military imperial might, no one would dare try to strike us. But what you should remember, and I'm reminding you, is that there are actual real lives at stake. I mean, I'm not just talking about the 40 to 50 young girls in Iran that received a strike today, and most of them lost their lives, right? We said we're aiming for their supreme leader. I'm not quite sure if anyone can verify that. But I'm also talking about the American soldiers and even Israeli individuals that may be eventually involved in this as it escalates. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the president said this.
The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But
okay, cool. Now, here's the thing, all right? I want to connect with MAGA for a second. This is a thing that I've been doing with you guys lately. I know a lot of y'all are leaving the cult, but I like to talk to y'all. I'm not going to hand you the Fell For It award alone. No. I'm going to take this award this time for myself. We're going to do an exercise. I give you something, you give me something. One day I was having a conversation with my mother, and she was ranting about Trump. I was ranting about Trump, Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And she said something about, wars. And I was like, Mom, no. I was like, if there's anything I know, if there's any redeemable quality about Donald Trump, I know he has an aversion for war. She asked me to explain. I said, well, it's a little psychoanalysis that I've done. Now, it's not the same thing that they sold MAGA. Remember this sign right here, right? They told you that Kamala, of all people, would lead your children to war. But mine was a psychoanalysis that was actually critical of Trump. I've said this once. I'm going to say it again. I figured, if Buddy was willing to, create some fake health issue to dodge going to war, then most certainly, that must mean he's averse to war, right? A businessman. And then he would do anything in his power to make sure we avoid war. But instead, what's happened, I said this when we did the B-52 bomb Iran thing, is we watched the United States leave the nuclear deal with Iran. And then now, we're in direct conflict with Iran with our ally in Israel. The diplomatic thing didn't work because we left the deal. Now, I'm going to show you a bunch of clips, highlight reels, some posts, some videos of the president just talking. He's supposed to be talking about other people. You tell me who he's talking about.
our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He said, oh, he's going to start a war because they said I had that personality to start a war. They remember that? Oh, we can't vote for him. He's going to start a war. No, I used my personality that we didn't have to have wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. Who started no new wars and no new wars. No new wars. Wars that started no wars. We didn't have a war. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will expel the warmongers from our government.
And oh, by the way, in the span of 12 months or so, bombed Iran twice, bombed Nigeria and Venezuela. Yeah, we went over there. Guns a-blazing. And then also blockade on Cuba. So yeah, the military-industrial complex existed long before dude became president. It will exist after him. But it says a lot about us as Americans when we're just willing to just say, okay. And especially you lot that were all MAGA and said you were voting for him because he would avoid doing exactly what he's doing right now.